What's good, people? It's me, Croc, and I hope you're having a good day. In today's video, this video might give me a lot of hate. This video might blow up and give me a lot of hate, but I'm just gonna be talking about a few things that I dislike about Monster Hunter World, um, and that I hope that doesn't come back or gets changed in Monster Hunter Wilds, since that's the newest game coming up. Uh, so if you like what you see, drop it a like. If you want to see builds, discussions, guides in the future when Monster Hunter Wilds drop, be sure to like and subscribe because I will be doing that when that game comes out. So yeah. So a little bit of background about my Monster Hunter background is that I started playing the game. My uncle showed me the game back when I was a little kid. I had a Nintendo Wii and I played a lot of Monster Hunter 3 Try. My uncle showed me the game. He had the cool like looking Sadeas armor and I was like, how did you do that? When I first played the game, I instantly hopped online and I didn't have Sadeas armor because you had to do the story, the offline story quest to get it. Uh but yeah, I played 3 Try. It's my first Monster Hunter. I played Monster Hunter Dose. I played Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, 4, Monster Hunter 4, Generations Ultimate, World, Iceborne, Rise, Sunbreak. Um, so you know, I've been playing for since I can remember, since I was a little kid. So just know if any of these topics that I bring up are something that you love and hold cherish, just know I will always play Monster Hunter, no matter if it's the most obscene piece of garbage that like Concord. If it's like if Monster Hunter ever becomes Concord level, I would still play it. So don't hate me too much, okay? I love Monster Hunter and I would always love it because I grew up with it, with like other games that I used to play. But these are just things that I dislike. It's not really hate. It's more like just like it kind of just rubbed me off the wrong way that they were implemented the wrong way, or this just bugs me because like why can't I do something, or it could be like a little small thing. Start like this one here. The pigment system in Monster Hunter World is very basic. Um, you can only change one color at a time. And I could have sworn in other games you had a base color you could change and a trim color, like a secondary color you could change to add more flavor to it. Um, I really don't like the pigment system in World. I think it's very boring. I think like the hat I'm looking at, like I should be able to change the base of the hat to whatever color I want, and be able to change the feather to whatever color I want, to be able to change the golden tassels or whatever, the golden little things on the shoulders and the laces. I should be able to change the color of those as well, but you can't. See, like that's one thing that really bugs me the wrong way, and I really dislike about World is that you really don't have any uh much customization when it comes to the character pigment system. So yeah, I really hope in Wilds they give us more customization with the pigment system and allow us to change multiple colors on the thing to give us more diversity in the colors. I'm not one of those rainbow people, but I like to add some color to my outfits sometimes. I do not want this video to be too long, but I'm afraid that it might be. Another issue or dislike that I have is the augmenting system. Now in Rise, it was a bit better, but in a weird RNG type of way. And I don't think Rise's in game is definitely better, but it's definitely a lot more grindy and bleh. But World's in game was just basic. It was just very like you either do Fatalis or you do Guiding Lands, and then it's like a cycle. You do Fatalis, Guiding Lands, maybe Cove or Safi, and repeat. Right? You just do those things, and the augments. We're here to talk about augments. The augments that they gave you like 6 slots, or whatever, and they had this whole bar here that made it look like you can upgrade it to like 10 or 11 slots or whatever. Like if you look at that whole, like half of that bar is empty. I always thought that was weird, you know. Uh, that it's just you get 6 slots and you just have a whole like gray bar right there that was it's just empty. No, but all seriousness though, like the whole augment system I'm not talking about Safi Jiva upgrades. I actually do like the Safi Jiva upgrades. I'm talking about specifically augments. Like there were certain augments like health regen that was just like way better. Like you almost had to have it for almost every build unless you're running like a heroics build. Like health regen was so powerful on a on an overall like comfortable build that like why would you get attack boost or attack increase? What was it like 15? It was like 15 raw. Like that minuscule increase of attack versus health regen or 10% affinity or 5% affinity, whatever it was, versus health regen. Like the augments weren't strong enough. Yes, they had like the custom upgrades for certain weapons, but they didn't have it for all the weapons. So it was, I don't know, it just felt weird to me how certain augments types were just stronger than others. I'm gonna say the same thing about custom upgrades. You know, the minuscule increases that you get for custom upgrades, it's definitely makes it worth for like elemental types, but you know, I never really used it for physical types. And whenever I use custom upgrades, it's always for an elemental type weapon. And another thing about augments is that they go in tandem with the guiding lands. All of the augment types or like materials are in the guiding lands most, like yeah, no, all of them are. So if you didn't have that specific part or region for the specific monster that you needed the material for, well, too bad. You have to either level it up or find someone else that has that region and is willing to let that monster loose so you can go kill it. Even if you had that region unlocked, like for example, Stygian Zenogre in the Frigid area of the Guiding Lands. Even if you've already leveled up to 7, you got the Tempered Zenogre part, and you've killed him so many times in the Guiding Lands, and you go to the the granny, yeah, you still can't buy the material, even if you downgraded the region in the Guiding Lands. So augments are just, it's just a yucky dislike, man. Now I'm not opposed to them adding the same system back. My only solution to that is that if we've leveled up a region to whatever the max is in wilds, right? If we've leveled up a region to there and we've killed the monster for that region, X amount of times, you know, we should be able to go back to the melder and purchase that material with our research point for a hefty price. You know what I mean? Maybe make it more expensive. Because in World Iceborne, the Guiding Lands, when you go like Golden Rathian part, you need to you need to you need to fight a Golden Tempered Rathian, and you can't even buy the part from the Melder. Even if you've killed it over 200 times, you can't craft it or buy it or whatever. You just have to kill it every time. And if you don't have the region leveled up, well, it's GG. You just lucked out. For my final dislike, now this is a big one because I used to love this system when it was implemented. When World first dropped, I loved this system, and it's the only new system that's literally brand spanking new. You're probably already figuring out where I'm getting with this. And that's investigations. Investigations were something I really enjoyed and cherished when it first dropped. Being able to just make like going out in the world and just picking up a random like quest that might be better than the one that your friend have gotten, and just like showing off like, oh, I got like a custom quest. It's like a way to I've always had this fantasy of being able to just make your own quests, and investigations were like the closest things to that. It was the closest thing of being able to have a customized quest of everyone of your own volition. You know, everyone's investigation was different. You know, some may be similar, but usually it was different. And I think that concept is just really cool. But the thing that I dislike about it was that they In World, it was the in-game, honestly, it was the in-game decoration farming method. And if you wanted to farm like a specific monster part, you can do the gold boxes. But they kind of just fizzled out in the end. They made event quests that were just better than the investigations, and the investigations became meaningless. They just became absolute meaningless. And that's the thing that I dislike. I dislike that the a whole system, other than the golden boxes, I'm not going to say the whole system because it's not the whole system, but the majority of the end game before it, like in the base high rank version of the game, it became meaningless, right? The if your friend or you need a monster part and you have a golden box, a gold 5 box investigation for that monster, by all means, that's probably what you're going to be farming. But if you wanted to farm decorations like the good old times, well, I mean, you can still do that, but there are event quests that are just flat out better. You just get more decorations from those quests, and that's just the facts. Now, I really wish that we can just make our own quests. Like we select the monster, we select the time frame, and depending on how hard we make the conditions, it dictates the boxes on the thing. And I think that being a higher level, we should be able to put even harsher conditions on ourselves. And what that does is like if you have a friend that's new and he needs a monster part, where you could just a higher level hunter with a higher hunter level than him can just, or them or whatever, they can just make the quest and be like, hey, you need this, let's go do this, I got this. And what that does, that just makes the game a little bit more immersive, in my opinion. That just like a higher level can just willingly add conditions to make sure, like let's say a level 2 player, tries to join a quest that requires level 4, but he can't join it off him on himself. So a higher level, like a level 10, can make a quest that's like level 3 and give him permission to join him because he's a higher level. You get what I'm trying to say? I feel like it's more immersive that way. I know it's the in the lore, it's like the guild that makes the quest, but like I feel like at this point, I feel like the hunter, there's got to be certain hunters that can make quests as well. Like, come on. There's got to be certain hunters with prestige that have rights to make their own quests. There's just no way. I can go more in depth about this, but I think I got my point across. What do you guys think? You think I was spot on with my dislikes? Do you agree with my dislikes? What do you dislike about World? What do you like about World? Put your opinion in the comment section below. Um, if you made it this far, drop a like, subscribe, and tell me why you watched this long. I like to read the comments, despite them being toxic or nice or whatever. I like reading the stuff. Anyways, I'm gonna go now. Thanks for 80 subscribers. We're almost to 100. Hopefully we can get to like 200 by the end of the year. And peace out, bruh.